Hey, good afternoon, Team Fire Fury Fit. You guys are having a great start to your week. We're 1 week away from June, which means this is a really good time to strategize how you are going to plan your month. To also take a look at the upcoming Team Rage activities once Mike has posted the calendar so that you know when the coach sneak peeks are. Write them down for yourself, put them in your phone for reminders so that you know when you're inviting people about the coach opportunity that you have those group opportunities to share with them from our team how coaching works and to really utilize those team tools. So when we're looking at strategizing the next month, I know I've talked before about wanting to run at least one challenge group no matter what, but ideally 2 challenge groups. And what you want to look at, and of course, your business, your rules, so you can set the way you want to do it. But I highly recommend you have a free group that you can funnel into a paid group. This is going to make sure that you're always bringing in new clients. The free groups are a great way to introduce people to the Beachbody premise so that they get used to what it's like to have coach support, have group support, try our programs. The best 2 groups I can recommend for you to run are either a clean week group or a 2-week free Beachbody On Demand trial group. Both of them are excellent. The benefits with a clean week is it's only 1 week. You're following a full program so that everybody's doing the same workout each day, and they do not have to put in any credit card information for that one. For the BOD trial, they do need to put their credit card in, but they will not be charged till day 14, so they have time to cancel if they don't want to keep it and or upgrade to a challenge pack or the year subscription, which is a much better deal. The thing to tell people with that one is, guys, don't worry, I'm going to remind you in the second week that it's coming up and give you your options, how to continue or how to cancel if you don't want to keep it. And really just let them know it's like getting a Netflix free trial. You'd have to put in your credit card information for that, but you're not charged until the trial is over. The other thing to let them know is, hey, if you forget, if you get busy and they charge you and you still want to cancel, you've got 30 days from that day that they're charged to get a refund, because Beachbody has a 30-day money back guarantee on everything. So let them know they have the options and that they're not pressured into anything. It's going to make people feel a lot more comfortable as they're getting into stuff. So those are your options. For the free groups, of course, you can run a free clean eating group or something, but it's a lot more work on your part. They're not getting as much value either, because I know if I get a clean week group going, they're getting a nutrition plan, they're getting workouts, they're getting the entire package deal. Whereas if I do a free clean eating group, I have to develop recipes, I need to make a grocery list. It's a lot of work, and they're not really getting the full Beachbody experience. So get them into one of those other 2. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of hassle, and it's going to have a higher conversion rate to paying customers afterwards. So the next thing you want to look at is, what do you want to run for a paid group? And if you're a newer coach, sometimes it's really good idea to look at running one of those 3-week groups. So 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme. I know there's other ones, 3-week yoga retreat. There's more than that. I don't know why they're not coming to mind, but there's some shorter ones that are really great to go with. Size is only 4 weeks. Insanity Asylum is only 4 weeks, but it's a really tough program. So unless you've got people who are already fit, who are looking to do it, people who are prepping for the mud run and stuff like that, that's fantastic for that, but it really depends on your audience. If you've got newbies, 21 Day Fix, great place to start. So plan that out. So let's say you're going to do clean week and then you're going to do a paid group. Fantastic. Well, you might do clean week starting on June 4th and then 21 Day Fix starting mid-month, so that you've got time to get everybody to place their orders, to get their stuff. Their Shakeology comes in with their challenge pack, all that good stuff. So they're ready to start full tilt mid-month. And I don't have the calendar in front of me. I just happen to know the 4th is the first Monday, but so that would be about the 15th to 18th-ish would be the 2 Mondays later kind of thing. It just gives you enough time to get everybody to talk to people, because that's the main thing that you need to do. You need to be talking to people, which leads me to our next point of our conversation today. What the heck do you say to people when you're inviting them? And this is the biggest hang up that coaches have. And once you know how to do this, It's smooth sailing, and it's much simpler than you think it is. And that's the beauty of it. So first of all, I want to give a few examples of what not to do, which you've probably experienced in the past from somebody else on social media. Maybe a friend or family member has done this to you and you went, ew. And if you went ew, anybody else is going to go ew if you do it to them. So that's the beauty of this. We're not doing anything that's like gross and salesy. So have you ever had somebody message you out of the blue, haven't heard from them in a while, and all of a sudden they send you this message, which is like 5 paragraphs long? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm getting into, this, I just joined blah, blah, blah company, and it's amazing, and I want you to join my team, and this is what we're going to do, and you're going to get this percentage off, and this is the products, and here's the link. And it's like this sales vomit that's disgusting. And at least for me, I either didn't reply or like unfollowed them or whatever the case may be, because I was like, that's so gross. Like, you didn't really try to make a connection with me first. So what should you actually be doing when you reach out to people to invite them to join your challenge group, to check out the coach opportunity, things like that? So we'll focus on inviting to a challenge group, because generally if you're inviting to the coach opportunity, they're already a customer. So you've got somewhere to start with that. So when I'm reaching out to people, it always depends on who they are, right? Like, there's going to be differences. Like, if there's somebody I haven't talked to in a long time versus somebody I talked to yesterday, it's going to be a different way I reach out to them. So if I'm reaching out to somebody I haven't talked to since high school, I'm going to be like, oh my God, hey girl, how you been? I haven't talked to him forever. What have you been up to all of these years? That's my initial start of the conversation. I'm going to get to find out what they've been up to for the past like 12 years. Like, what have you been doing? Did you go to college after? Are you married? Do you have kids? Some of it I might know off of their profile, so I might mention it like, hey, yeah, I saw you got kids. My gosh, how old are they now? Things like that. You want to get to know them, show a genuine interest in who they are, who they've become, what have they been doing? Are they working now, or are they on mat leave? What has their life had in store for them? And the cool thing about this, if you're like me, I'm an introvert. I don't generally have the inclination to reach out to people, but I do like interacting with people. So having this gets me out of my shell and gets me to interact with people and reform these amazing relationships that I wouldn't have otherwise made. And the great thing about that is, whether they become a customer or not, I've now got this amazing new friendship going on. So that's really important. As you're reaching out to those people, really devote that attention to who they are, and they're going to reciprocate after like you've dove into who they are and what they've been doing and what do they do for work now and what's their family like, and do they have pets, and where are they living, do they move, are they still in your hometown, whatever the case may be. They're going to ask like, what have you been up to? And you can tell them like, oh yeah, after college or after high school I went to this college, or I started working at this company, or I moved to blah 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 city. And you can tell them, are you married, do you have kids now, do you have for babies, whatever the case is, what have you been up to? And part of that is that you're a coach, that it should not be the main part of your conversation. As you're talking and you mention what you're doing for work, you can, if you're not a full-time coach, you can mention what you're doing for work and then add on. And I'm really excited about the fact that I'm also working part-time as a health and fitness coach to help people with their health and fitness. You word it more creatively than that, but just something to say, it's something I'm really excited about. I get to help people with their health and fitness on the side. And it just opens up the door for the conversation. And a lot of the times people go, oh yeah, hey, I saw that pic. You look amazing. You got to tell me what you've been doing. A lot of the time that'll open up the door for that. Sometimes it won't. But the thing to remember is once you've talked to them for a little while, it doesn't have to be long. It might be 5 or 10 minutes. You can go, oh, hey, by the way, I've got this free fitness challenge coming up in a week. I thought, maybe you want to join me. It'll be a heck of a lot of fun. And most of the time they're going to say, oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Send me the information. So just be okay, like, with sliding it into the conversation once you've been talking for a little while. Now, if it's somebody you've been talking to, you talked to yesterday, you're close with them, you can start the conversation, oh, hey, Jane Doe, hope you've been having a good day. I meant to mention yesterday when we were chatting, or I thought you might be interested. I'm running this little group coming up for, you can say the program or not, it's totally up to you. I'm running a little 3-week fitness challenge, and I thought you might want to join me. I have a bunch of my friends coming for it, and I thought it might be fun. Let me know if you're interested. I'll send you some more information. It's really casual. Casual is the word that I really want to bring to the table with this. Don't be giving facts in the invite. You want to keep it very, I don't want to say vague, but like you want to keep it on the emotional level, because emotional is what makes it interesting. That's why it's like, hey, I thought it would be fun to do this together. It's the same way you'd invite somebody to go and see a movie with you. So if you talked to somebody yesterday and you want them to go see a movie with you, oh, hey, by the way, I really want to go and see the new Avengers movie. Did you want to come with me? I'm thinking of going on Friday. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Or actually, I'm busy Friday. But you're going to get a response from it one way or the other. You need to have that mindset of like, pretend you're inviting somebody for like something else you'd invite somebody to go do, maybe like to run a marathon with, or whatever the case may be. Just make it more natural. It'll feel better for you. It'll feel better for them, and you will get a lot more positive responses. It's not like everybody's going to say yes right away, but they'll go, oh, maybe, tell me more. So that is kind of where we want to go with it. So it opens up the door to talk more. So if I'm talking to somebody on social media who I've never met before, I still need to develop a relationship. And sometimes that might be done through commenting on their posts. If maybe I'm following somebody who's also like a cat mom, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, your cat's so cute. And then when I reach out to them, like, oh my gosh, I just love the cat photos you post. And we'll have already had a bit of a relationship for a while, and I can go, hey, just so you know, I don't know if you're interested, but I've got this little fitness challenge coming up. I thought you might want to join in. I always love working with other cat moms as we get into fitness. You can do these little things that are subtle, or if somebody likes a post where you're inviting people to a group, then you can reach out to them. Hey, thank you so much for liking my post about my Clean Week challenge coming up. I just wanted to reach out and see what your health and fitness goals are. And just leave it at that and wait for them to get back to you with that. You shouldn't be sending them the sign up link in that first message. You shouldn't be giving them a really long spiel about what's involved. You want to always focus on the questions, because that's going to get them talking, and that's going to be really important. And I want to also discuss something called FORM, which is family, occupation, recreation message. And that's basically a lot of what I've just been naturally saying here. As you're talking to somebody, ask them, about their family, ask them what they're doing for work, ask them what their hobbies are, get to know them. That's going to be a lot more fun for you, a lot more fun for them. And it's also going to give you categories to talk about as you want to be asking them questions, to be showing a genuine interest in them. If you hit a dead wall, go, okay, what haven't I asked about yet? What area of their life? And that'll help you generate a question to get them talking, show you're interested, and all that kind of stuff. So that's really important. And after your invite's out there, once you get into the conversation, if you get an objection, if they're like, I don't think I have enough time, or I don't think I have enough money, or whatever the case may be, you can always rely on feel, felt, found. Write that down. It is amazing. Because you're going to get objections, and objections are good. You want to get objections from people, because an objection means that they're interested, but they don't have enough information to commit. That's all an objection means. Because if somebody really doesn't want to do it, they're going to say no. If they're interested, but they don't want to commit yet, they're going to come up with an objection because they need more information on that topic. So let's say somebody's like, I don't think I've got enough time to be able to work out, fit an hour-long workout into my day. You can relate to them. Like, let's say you've been doing 80-day obsession, and it's the first time you've been doing longer workouts, and you're like, hey, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I was about to start 80-day obsession, and what I found was, I was already doing half-an-hour workouts. So just setting my alarm clock a little bit earlier really wasn't that big of a deal. And I've noticed my results have been much better and I'm sleeping better. I'm not staying awake when I'm in bed at night, waiting to fall asleep, whatever the case may be. You have to speak from the heart of what's true for you. But what did you find that worked? Or maybe they really have a busy schedule. They don't think they can fit anything in at all. Hey, I understand how you feel. I've felt the same way before when I was trying to work fitness in for the first time. What I found was when I started, I did 10-minute trainer and I was able to do 10 minutes a day. I could slide it in somewhere in my day, or I could set my alarm clock, that 15 minutes earlier so that I could get up, get changed and work out. And it didn't really affect my sleep because it's only 10 minutes, but my energy was so much better during the day because I took the time to do it. Boom. You have given them, you basically sympathize with them. You let them know that you understand what they're saying and that you're offering a solution to their problem. That is all you have to do. And they might have another objection after that. You can use the same thing to answer that as well. That same method applies to any objection that's out there. So just remember that's always in your tool bag. It's easy to remember it that way. You don't have to specifically say feel, felt, found. You might find it easier to do that at first. But it's the general hey, I get what you mean. And I've been in the same boat before. And what worked for me was, and that's the exact same thing as feel, felt, found. It's just feel, felt, found is easy to remember because it's the 3 F's. Yay. So we like easy. So that's really the main thing, is just get out there and talk to people, develop the relationships, and don't be afraid to throw out the invites and do it casually. You don't jump into the facts. Jump into the, man, this would be really fun to do together. Would you be interested in joining me? That is what is going to solidify everything for you. So I hope that this was really helpful today. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's get out there and help people. We have 1 week left. That means go for Success Club, go all out, get inviting, get people in your groups. If you're not running a group, invite them to our 2018 Fit Solution group so you've got somewhere to plug them in. Get them started, and then plan out your groups for next month. Have an awesome day, guys. Bye.